Welcome everybody, welcome to the rarest models of 2019. My name is Michael, thank you very much for tuning into 911 Scales. Today we take a look at these two lovely 143 model cars, the 911 Speedster Concept Cars. One in a Heritage Design Package version and one in the standard version here in red. And after the standard versions arrived back in June, pretty much I gave up hope that there will be the wonderful concept versions as model cars, but now in November they brought them out. Wonderful, and I'm very happy that they are here. As usual, we start off by just some background information about the car. Then we'll take the camera up close. I show you all the wonderful details of the model cars. And then in the end, as usual, I'm giving them the scores in all the disciplines you know from my other review. So these models, as I already told you, these arrived in November and they were only sold via the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart. So these were very hard to get and only a few online dealers got them online. And yes, obviously the prices online, especially on eBay, went totally crazy. We don't know why the Porsche Museum got them. The Porsche Museum got all the old Porsche exclusive models. These are always the models with the WAX number here, and they are changing that so that all Porsche exclusive model cars are also WAP numbers. So maybe there is some connection there, but we don't know. They arrived at the Porsche Museum and you can choose between 4 models. You had these two 143 model cars, one in Heritage Design Package, one as a standard version. And there were also two 118 scale models. So these 143 models are limited to 300 pieces, and the 118 scale model cars are limited to only 150 pieces each. I haven't seen such a low number, and I'm very surprised that there are only so few models out there from these. So all 4 concept version models are like the standard models, all made from Spark. And these standard models, I'm very happy that the quality is better than on the standard versions. Back in June, when the standard versions arrived, you could choose from 3 models. You could also have a Heritage Design Package version, then the red standard version and the white standard version. And 118 say you could choose between the Heritage Design Package version, of which I also did a review. If you want to see that review, click up here at the card. And there was a black version in 118 scale as well. I prefer the concept model, as the concept itself has some very nice details, which is production car did not have. So let me take the camera up close and I'll show you all the details. So now up close, let's analyze the details of the 911 concepts. Let's start off with the Heritage Package version. So here at the front you have the biggest difference, which is a fuel filler cap and some other small details. All very well done, look really good. Then here at the side, my favorite detail is this wonderful shaped silver door mirror, which looks very good. And the biggest difference is are the wheels. They look so much better than the production version wheels. Obviously for the Heritage Package you have some other details like this golden writing Speedster here, and then at the back it is also different, so that you have the golden Speedster here. I especially like always about Spark is how they do the lights. I really like how they have done it here, looks really good. You have the central exhaust, looks absolutely wonderful. There aren't any huge defects whatsoever, looks really well done. Okay, what is a bit of an advantage of a cabriolet model, I can show you the interior of the car. So the Speedster has this beige black contrast with the silver accents here. And what you can also see at the model, but this is hard to show on camera, they also have these green accents. Like on the 118 scale model, they have the green accent in the dashboard and the interference also on the 143 scale model, which is very lovely attention to detail. And the only detail I would criticize is this 70th anniversary logo here from Porsche at the top. What on the other hand looks very well is the beige interior, so for 143 scale model you won't be disappointed and it looks very good. So second model is the red standard version. So obviously you can instantly see this does not have this white contrast here in the front. It does not have the wonderful wheels, but there are people who like these wheel choices more than the Heritage Package version. Personally I like these wheels not so much. I prefer the Heritage Design Package version wheels way more. So the front in general, like the other model, looks very well. Around the fuel filler cap it's not all silver, The Porsche logo and the rest of the front and the lights, like on the other car, look very well. And then looking at the side profile, it also has these little lovely mirrors, but they are blacked out, they are not silver, to fit the black red theme of the overall model. Then you have this protection film here. I really don't like that, but I know it's like the Porsche heritage on another level to have these from the original 930 Turbo. On the Speedster, I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that, but yeah, I know some of you guys really prefer that. Something else I don't like, the Speedster writing here on top, behind headrest, is just black. It's not silver, so it's really hard to really read it. Continuing at the rear, what is the difference to the real car on the concept here? This part, which is completely different to the real car, and it's made in carbon fiber, which looks really good. Yeah, just a short look at the rear, it's exactly the same as the Heritage package version, just with the difference that the Speedster writing is in black. Overall, it's just the same, looks very well done. Because it's black, it's very hard to show you anything in the interior of the model. But overall, it looks very good, and if you look very close, you can see all the details the Heritage package version also had, but it's just all black, which does not look so good. And this will be a differentiation at the points later on in the video. What is another difference between the red concept Speedster version and the production standard version, which was already available in June? The inserts of the seats are red, which makes it also look a bit better than the standard version of it. So overall, these two concept models look really well, and if you have one in your collection, feel very happy to have one, especially because there are only 300 pieces of it. At last, I want to show you the two boxes the model came in. So the Heritage package version has the standard Porsche grey box with the insert of the Porsche Werk 1 from the exclusive Manufaktur. And the other model, the red one, has the same insert, but it has a bit darker gray card box. Alright, that's it. Let's get to the points. Alright, as you've seen, the details on these things are quite nice. And I'm very happy that they also did these in 143 scale, like on the 118 scale models. There isn't anything missing or something like that. As you've seen, there's plenty to like. I especially like these little door mirrors that hark back to the past, and the fuel filler cap on in the bonnet, which obviously the production car has not, giving these cars some points. So overall prices, these were 65 euros at the Porsche Museum. And this is the price I'm rating them now, because online the prices differ hugely. Some sold for 100 euros, some sell only for 50 euros. So I can't really say what the price level is right now. I'm just rating them at 65 euros. 65 euros, giving these 143 model cars a point of 6. Quality, as I've said, these have a better quality than the old models, the standard production car models. So these are getting a quality point of 7. Details, these are very nice. So, but here I differentiate between the two versions. I'm giving this one, the Heritage Design Package version, 8 out of 10, and the red one a 7 out of 10. This, you can say this is only personal preference, but I think the details here are nicer than on the red one, mostly because of the interior. I think the Heritage Design Package version has a nice interior with the contrast between the white, beige and the silver on the outside. Here it's just black and red. I know there are people who prefer this one to this one, but that's just my personal point. This is getting a 7, this is getting an 8. Next up is rarity. These are limited to only 300 pieces. This is pretty much the lowest volume model Porsche is doing with 300. I have another model car that's also limited to only 300 pieces, and I've never seen a model car that was sold directly by Porsche which has a number below 300 pieces. So rarity-wise, this is getting a 9 out of 10, reserving the full 10 out of 10 to very special Porsche models, which I will show you in the future. Pretty much for a standard model which you could buy at the Porsche Museum or your Porsche dealer, this is the highest rarity rating you can have. So again, a 9 out of 10. Significance, I explained it already in the 118 scale model review. The 911 Speedster of the 991.2 generation is the final hurrah of the 991 generation, 911. And for that reason, I think it's a very significant car and gets a 7 out of 10. Overall, to the difference in details, I give these models 2 different scores. The red version gets a 36 out of 50, and the Heritage Design Package version gets a 37 out of 50, which puts them here on our scoreboard. As you've seen, they ranked very well in our scoreboard, and I can highly recommend adding these to your collection. I was very happy to get you guys some models when I was at the Porsche Museum back in November. This was a very lucky coincidence, and I'm very happy to help all of you guys out getting these at the standard retail price at 65 euros. So that's it for this review. Please consider dropping it a like, and also if you like my channel and what I'm doing, please consider subscribing here. And as usual, I can highly recommend checking out my Instagram account, where I post twice a day model car pictures from models like these. That's it for now. Alla, ciao!